Hello, our next little mini video is about generating equivalent fractions, meaning creating your own equivalent fractions so that you can use them in math. A lot of math is identifying patterns, then learning how to predict or mathematically kind of like control and utilize those patterns so that you can manipulate numbers to make them easier to work with. That's really kind of what it's all about. Let's take a look. So we talked about what an equivalent fraction is in a previous video. Now let's look at how to make one mathematically. So mathematically, let's just start again with a really simple fraction. Let's do like 1/3. So in order to generate an equivalent fraction, you basically just multiply the denominator and the numerator by the same number. The trick here is that any fraction where the numerator and the denominator are the same is effectively equals 1. So you could say times 4 on the top, and times 4 on the bottom, because 4 over 4, students, is just another way of saying 1, right? 4 over 4 equals 1. So if I multiply the numerator and the denominator both by 4, really multiplying this whole fraction by 1, which means I'm not changing its value, I'm just changing kind of like its name. So on the numerator, 1 times 4 is 4. The denominator, 3 times 4 equals 12. Let's take a look visually at what that would look like. So just if we use a area model, and I'm not a machine, it's not going to look perfect. But anyway, we've got about 1/3 there, thirds. And we shade in one portion. And then we come over here and look at this. We've got 1/3. Basically, I split each of these. I made them into 4 more parts. So it's kind of like I went like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got 12 pieces all together. I'll count them so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I go ahead and shade in 4 of those, it describes the same amount. 4/12 is equal to, that means it describes the exact same amount as 1/3. So by using multiplication, it's really the identity process. The identity, what do you call it? I can't remember the word. But anyway, So basically you can multiply anything times 1 and not change its value. And so we're using that to manipulate these numbers because 4 over 4 is the same thing as 1 whole. So we're multiplying this fraction times 1 and not changing its value, just changing the way we say it. So you can use this in multiplying any fraction by any matching numerator and denominator to get any new fraction. Sometimes you'll have an original fraction and they'll give you a new denominator, and you have to figure out what to multiply by to get that new equivalent fraction. Sometimes they may give you an original fraction and you'll have to create a number to get a new numerator or denominator, and you just can identify what do I need to multiply both the top and the bottom by to get my new equivalent fraction. That's a basic little quickie quick.